Once upon a time, in a peaceful and picturesque village, there lived a wise Buddhist monk named Vishal. Known for his vast knowledge and patience, Vishal often taught the villagers the value of silence and balance in life. He believed that learning to remain quiet could bring harmony and clarity to one's mind and life. In the same village, there was a young man named Pranay. Pranay was full of energy but had a habit that made him stand out. He talked excessively. He would chatter non-stop, giving his opinion on anything and everything, whether it was needed or not. People in the village often felt annoyed by his endless talking, but Pranay was oblivious to the problem. But one day, a group of villagers went to Vishal to share their frustration about Pranay. They explained how his constant talking disrupted their peace and how he never seemed to realize the impact of his words. Listening to them calmly, Vishal smiled and said, "Don't worry, I will speak to Pranay." And the next morning, Vishal invited Pranay to his monastery. Excited by the invitation, Pranay eagerly arrived and greeted the monk with his usual enthusiasm. "Master, you wanted to see me?" he asked cheerfully. Vishal nodded with a gentle smile and said, "Yes, Pranay, I want to share a story with you. Would you like to hear it?" "Of course, Master. I love stories," Pranay replied, his eyes lighting up with excitement. Vishal began the story and said, "A long time ago, there was a wise and just king. He had a loyal minister named Ramchandra, who was deeply devoted to the king. However, the minister was troubled by one habit of the king. He spoke impulsively on every matter, big or small, whether it was necessary or not. But Ramchandra, being a thoughtful man, decided to help the king understand the importance of silence. And one day he approached the king and said, 'Your Majesty, I wish to share something important with you.' The king, curious, responded, 'Go ahead, Ramchandra. I am listening.' Ramchandra explained, 'Your Majesty, do you know the power of silence? Sometimes staying quiet is the wisest thing to do. It allows us to think clearly and make better decisions.' The king dismissed the idea at first, saying, 'I am a king. I need to speak to rule my kingdom.' But Ramchandra was persistent. He proposed a small experiment and said, 'Your Majesty, let's try something for 1 week. During this time, speak only when it is absolutely necessary. Let's see what happens.' The king agreed, albeit reluctantly, and the experiment began. Over the next few days, the king noticed something remarkable. When he spoke less, people paid more attention to his words. They valued his advice and took him more seriously. He also found that being silent gave him more time to think and make thoughtful decisions. By the end of the week, the king called the Ramchandra and said, 'You were right. Silence is indeed powerful. It has brought me peace and clarity.' Ramchandra smiled and replied, 'Your Majesty, silence teaches self-control and wisdom. It helps us listen better and understand others better.' When Vishal finished the story, he looked at Pranay and asked gently, 'What do you think the king learned from this experience?' Pranay thought deeply for a moment and then replied, 'Master, I think the king realized that talking less made his words more meaningful. He learned to listen and think before speaking.' Vishal nodded and said, 'Exactly, Pranay. Silence is a powerful tool. When we speak less, we can listen more, understand others better, and make wiser decisions. It also helps us build stronger relationships because people feel heard and respected.' Pranay's eyes reflected understanding and said, 'Are you saying that I should also try to talk less and practice being silent?' 'Yes, Pranay,' Vishal replied kindly. 'If you learn to control your words and practice silence, it will bring great benefits to your life. It is not about never speaking, it is about speaking thoughtfully and when it truly matters.' And then Pranay took Vishal's advice to heart. He decided to work on his habit of excessive talking. He started observing when and why he felt the need to speak and practice holding back when it was not necessary. Gradually, he began to notice changes in his life. People around him started appreciating his word more as he was now meaningful and thoughtful. His relationships improved as well. Friends and neighbors who once avoided him because of his constant chatter now enjoyed his company. Pranay found that by listening more, he could understand others better and connect with them on a deeper level. And then one day he returned to Vishal and said, Master, your advice has changed my life. I never realized how much my words affected others. Thank you for teaching me the value of silence. Vishal smiled warmly and said, I'm proud of you, Pranay. But remember, silence is not just the absence of words, it is the presence of understanding and wisdom. Keep practicing it, and you will continue to grow. Pranay's transformation did not go unnoticed. The villagers saw the positive changes in him and became curious about what had inspired him. When Pranay shared Vishal's teachings and the story of the king, it resonated deeply with everyone. Soon, the entire village embraced the value of thoughtful communication and silence. They began practicing active listening and speaking only when necessary. This brought a new sense of harmony and understanding among the villagers. This story teaches that silence is a powerful tool that can lead to self-control, patience and wisdom. By speaking less and listening more, we can understand others better, build stronger relationships and make better decisions. Silence helps us connect with ourselves and the world around us in a meaningful way. So, let's remember to use our words wisely and embrace the power of silence. It is a small change that can make a big difference in our lives and the lives of those around us. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, hit like button, and for more such stories, subscribe to our channel. Thank you and stay positive.